went to a psychologist who I had been seeing for a while. She sat me down and she looked me in the eye. She was sitting knee to knee with me. And she's like, you need to actually tell me how much you're drinking now, because I know you've been lying to me. And I did. And that was such a turning point for me, because I had been so secretive about what had been going on, you know, taking my wine bottles out, my empty ones in the middle of the night, to lying to people about where I was during the day. Like, everything was a secret at that point. So when I told her, her face dropped. Which freaked me out, because I thought, oh my gosh, there's something really wrong with me. And she just said, in the most caring way, you need to go to treatment. And I didn't even know what that meant. Like, you're going to send me somewhere? Where? So she said, yeah, you need to get treatment. You need help with your anxiety, your depression, your drinking, and you need it to go now, because you're not going to last much longer if you continue down this path. So I went home and I started looking at places. I knew that I wanted to go to a holistic treatment center rather than a 12-step based treatment center. That just was something that I had thought about. So I found a treatment center in Canada, in the mountains, far as possible. So I went up there. I thought, I'm going to do the 30-day spin cycle and come out. And when I got there, I walked in, looked around, and I completely shut down emotionally. Like, I was like a stone cold Steve Austin at this point. Like, don't talk to me. I don't know who you are. I don't know where I am. I don't know why I'm here. And it took me about 2 weeks to start to actually talk about why I was there.
Yeah.
And you know, in a group setting, people make judgments on you. So immediately people were like, oh, Arielle's a snob. She thinks she's better than all of us. But no, I was really disconnected from the whole experience because I was scared. And
yeah,
I had never talked about my feelings ever. So all of a sudden we're sitting in a group room in a circle with green tea and meditations and saying, we're going to check in, talk about how we're feeling. Like, that was so difficult for me. After 2 weeks, I decided, with the therapist that I had there, she was amazing. I decided I got to start opening up, or I'm not going to get my money's worth while I'm here. And when I started that process, it was like the floodgates opened. I cried every single day. I was such a different person. I started to get really vulnerable, and I started to actually think about why I was in treatment. I wasn't just drinking for fun anymore. I was drinking because I was in pain, because I was depressed, because I was anxious, because I had things that I hadn't dealt with. And in treatment, I finally started to feel safe about sharing about these experiences. And treatment was such a game changer for me. Like, wow. Yeah. I truly don't think I would be alive today if I hadn't given myself the gift of rehab.